In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 MLB games happening on September 27, 2022, and providing you with team picks and total picks for each one of those games. So 2 picks for each game, 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 MLB games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive betting picks to take your sports betting journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer anywhere from 1 betting pick a day up to 10 betting picks a day and much more. Now let's get started. Atlanta Braves versus Washington Nationals. This Tuesday, the Atlanta Braves and the Washington Nationals will play Game 2 of this 3-game series. The first pitch will be thrown out inside Nationals Park. The last time that these two teams matched up, the Braves ended up taking 2 of 3 games. The Atlanta Braves are coming into this one after winning their previous series against the Philadelphia Phillies. The Braves struggled in Game 1, but they looked incredible at the plate to finish the series. They will need to keep their bats warm if they want to take down the Nationals in this one. The Washington Nationals are entering this one after losing their previous series to the Miami Marlins. The Nats lost 2 of 3 games as they struggled at the dish. They only scored 3 combined runs in the first 2 games. They will have to be better at the plate if they want to defend Nationals Park in this one. Kyle Muller has not been good through 7.2 innings this season, and the small sample size is something I usually avoid. However, the Washington Nationals remain a joke, and they're a team that's counting down the days until the offseason. The Nats have also lost 21 of their last 29 games in which Paolo Espino has pitched. Atlanta will still be rolling out their best players this series. Max Fried has been solid this season and against Washington, while Espino has been one of the worst starters in baseball and has struggled against Atlanta. The Braves are also 29-23 in covering the run line as a road favorite, while Washington is just 24-32 in covering the run line as a home underdog. Entering this series, in those 16 games, Atlanta is 12-4 and has covered the -1.5 in 8 games, while on the road, they have covered the -1.5 in 5 of 7 games. The Atlanta Braves simply couldn't have asked for a better series as they continue to fight for a division title. So the Atlanta Braves to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. I see Atlanta scoring the majority of the runs in this game, as they are the better offensive team, and I have no faith in the Nationals starting pitcher. Paolo Espino will get the start on the mound, but he is 0-7 this season, and he has been horrible inside Nationals Park. That trend will continue. Espino currently has a 4.17 earned run average and a 1.32 WHIP, as the Braves will give themselves multiple opportunities to score. Now, I also see the Nationals tacking on a few runs in this one. I am expecting the Braves to throw a ton of arms at Washington. They will end up giving up a few runs to the Nationals, as Atlanta won't be perfect on the mound. Washington is scorpion 3.91 runs per game. Atlanta's offense will take advantage of Espino. In the 16 games, they are averaging 10 runs per game, and in those 16, they have gone over 8 runs 10 times. In the 7 games in Washington, those games are averaging 11.1 runs per game and have gone over 8 runs in all 7 games. Along with that, in Atlanta's last 10 games, they are averaging 7.5 runs per game. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. Miami Marlins versus New York Mets. This Tuesday, the Miami Marlins and the New York Mets will play Game 1 of this short 2-game series. The first pitch will be thrown out inside Citi Field. The last time these two teams matched up, the Mets ended up stealing 2 of 3 games. The Miami Marlins are coming into this one after winning their previous series against the Washington Nationals. The Marlins looked incredible on the mound, as they only surrendered 3 combined runs in their 2 wins. They will need to stay consistent on the mound if they want to challenge the Mets on the road. The New York Mets are entering this one after winning their previous series against the Oakland Athletics. New York showed up at the dish in Game 1 and Game 3 as they scored 22 combined runs in their wins. They will need their bats to stay hot if they want to defend Citi Field in this one. Miami is 16-38 in their last 54 games and 2-8 in their last 10 road games. The under is 10-2 in Miami's last 12 Tuesday games. New York is 8-2 in their last 10 games and 1-5 in their last 6 Tuesday games. The over is 6-1 in New York's last 7 7 games. The over is 4-0 in these two teams' last 4 head-to-head meetings. The Mets have won 8 of their last 10 games in 4 straight home games. They have been on a tear offensively, scoring at least 7 runs in 5 of their last 7 games. Expect them to continue playing well offensively in this game because they've hit the ball well against right-handers, and Lopez has struggled on the mound in recent starts, giving up 13 runs in his last 4 starts. He gave up 22 runs in his last 4 starts against the Mets and will have a hard time slowing them down. The Marlins are also playing well, but they've struggled on the road, losing 7 of their last 9 road games. Even though they are playing well offensively, they will struggle in this game because Carrasco has pitched well in recent starts, giving up 6 earned runs in his last 4 starts. He is 5-0 in 9 starts against the Marlins, giving up 3 starts in his last 3 starts against them, and won't have trouble keeping their offense in check. So the New York Mets to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. The Marlins will be starting Pablo Lopez on the mound, as he has had a solid this season. He is currently 9-10 with a 3.88 earned run average, as he will make it difficult for the Mets to score throughout this game. They will eventually get to him. Now, I don't see the Marlins scoring at all in this game. They are scoring the 3rd least amount of runs per game, and they have the 25th highest overall team batting average. They will struggle to consistently reach base safely, and their team total will remain low throughout this game. I also love that Carlos Carrasco will be starting on the mound. He has been a beast inside Citi Field this season, and I see that trend continuing in this one. He will pitch deep into this game. The Mets will eventually cash in at the dish, but the Marlins will fail to score enough runs to push this total past the number. The Mets have struggled at the plate all season, and I see that trend continuing on the road in this one. Trust each starting pitcher in this one. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. New York Yankees versus Toronto Blue Jays. Toronto hosts the Yankees for Game 2 of the midweek 3-game series on Tuesday. The Yankees have already clinched a playoff spot, but their goal of clinching the division is close, too. The Blue Jays are in second in the American League East as they are 7.5 games behind. Toronto has 2.5 game advantage over the Rays for the number 1 wildcard spot. The Yankees are 38-15 in their last 53 Tuesday games and 66-29 in their last 95 during Game 2 of a series. The Blue Jays are 17-7 in their last 24 versus American League East. The over is 6-1 in Yankees' last 7 overall. The over is 7-2 in Blue Jays' last 10 overall. The Yankees are 9-3 in the last 12 meetings in Toronto and 1-4 in the last 5 meetings. 2 great teams match up on Tuesday night. With the Yankees closing in on a divisional title, they will be hungry to earn the victory north of the border. Toronto will start Berrios, who has an earned run average of 4.76 against the Yankees. This is something New York cold exploit to their advantage as Judge goes for the American League record of 61 home runs. This game could conceivably go either way, but at the end of the day, it's hard to overlook the fact that Berrios is homer-prone this season. The Yankees are the better team, and that carries them to a victory in a hard-fought contest. So the New York Yankees to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. New York entered Monday with the under posting a 74-74-4 mark in their contests this season. The Yankees are second in the league in runs per game this season with 5.07 runs per contest, though that number slips slightly to an average of 4.88 runs per game on the road. New York's average total this season has been 8.64 runs per game, and their road total average comes in at a slightly higher 8.69 runs per contest. Toronto has seen the over hit in 79 of their 153 games this season, with 3 pushes entering Monday's action. The Blue Jays are 5th in runs per game with 4.76 runs per contest, though that number falls slightly to 4.35 runs per game at home this season. That is 14th in the majors when it comes to run production at home. Toronto's average total this season is 9.03 runs per game, and that number slumps down to 8.84 runs per game at home. Both teams have been scoring runs at will. The Yankees are averaging 6.3 runs per game in their last 10 games. The Blue Jays have been equally as good as they have scored an average of 6.2 runs per game during the same stretch. The over is 6-1 in Toronto's last 8 games versus the American League East. The over is 6-1 in the Yankees' last 7 overall. Both teams can do damage, and that carries over here. Look for this game to wind up past the total. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.